How's it going, guys? So I just finished up my store championship and I got top four today with purple steel. So before I go into the profile, I just want to give a quick rundown of what I played against. Round one was against Emerald Steel. I 2-1 them. Game one they got it. I just couldn't see enough, and then games two and three I just saw a lot of early questers, so kind of took that game. Round two was against Ruby Amethyst, arguably one of my worst matchups. Uh, I won 2-1. Game one, he just had a bunch of removal, and it was very close. And then games two and three, I was just able to take it away. I kind of played around his Be Prepareds a lot, so kind of slowed him down. And round three, I went against a mirror match. His is a little different. His is the Robin Hood and Beast build, and I won that 2-1. All of those were really close. It came down to time, and just in game three, I was able to get it. Then round four, I went 2-0 against, it was Ruby Sapphire. Arguably one of my best matchups for this deck, just because they don't have a lot of early answers to my questers, so I was able to just gather up a lot of lore, and I 2-0'd them. Round five was against another Ruby Sapphire. This one didn't matter as much as we were both guaranteed top eight, and I did win 2-1. Game two just saw a bunch of early questers, and then game, and then the rest, he did a crazy thing where he quested for game with two Tomatos and a bunch of items, and then game three I just took it. Then going to top eight, I went against Emerald Sapphire. It was an interesting build. He did a lot of big guys that can quest for a lot, and so that was really interesting. But I thankfully opened up a lot of my removals, so I took that 2-0. And then in top four, I went against Ruby Amethyst. However, I did lose. I just game one I took it, and then games two and three they were very close. Just I didn't see enough to push through all of his removal. But at least we got this cool card, and really excited for it. So getting into the list. For the one drops, we got 4 Maleficent. This is your early quester. You want to see her all the time. I saw her all day today, which was great. Then we got 4 Olaf. This is your 3 health guy to survive swords and other things that try to take out your early removal. And then Chernabog as well. This is just card draw, and then the 2 strength can weirdly enough help against a lot of the early characters to trade. Then I included 2 Befuddle as well to either bounce my guys or get rid of their early response characters just so mine can get an extra quest. For 2 costs, we did the Madam Mims, kind of the same thing as the Befuddle, just so I can bounce my guys or so they can live another turn. For Mr. Smee, just an early quester, and 3/3 is really good, even though if he does take the damage, it trades into a lot of things. Then we also played 2 Baboon. Kind of like Befuddle, this gives me a lot of early answers to small guys, like against the other Amethyst Steel player. I hit his Robin Hoods every time with this, and it stopped him from shifting onto Big Robin Hood, which was really good. And then we play Madam Mim Fox, just bounce guys and also just rush in to get rid of big dudes. We played 4 Maleficent. Card draw is important, and with this deck, you don't go above a high ink count, so or a high cost count, so she can sing pretty much every song in this deck. Then we got 4 Friends on the other side. Draw 2 is really good. You can sing this with this, which is really nice. And then we also have Let the Storm Rage On, dealing 2 and then drawing a card. It's not inkable, so I cut it down to 3 to fit in the Baboon. But also, it's just nice to just get that extra draw. So, like, sometimes I would have Maleficent on field and just use her to sing this to help reduce the health of something on the board, but also just to get a card draw. And then I played a small bodyguard package. 3 Hercules. I would try to favor this against a lot of the Ruby or any Amethyst players I was going against because having him on board as a bodyguard trades with the Madam Mimfox really well. But against the other decks that don't play the Mim package, we play this bodyguard, resist 1, so it's really hard to kill him. But the Prince can also quest for 2, which is really nice. And then some more reactive cards. Benja, 2 quests, and I just wanted to be prepared for any item decks. While it didn't matter too much against Sapphire, because in the end they can eventually recover their item, I just liked getting rid of their popsicles, whatnot, early on, just so they don't get more advantage off of it. But also, I was keeping this in just to be prepared for Steel Song as well, just to get rid of flutes. Then we had 2 Spellbook. I originally had 1, but testing a couple hours before the event, I was like, well, let me throw in the second one. And it did come up a lot where I was close to winning and I just put 2 of these on board and my opponent conceded there because they had no item removal. Then we had 2 Smash as well. Ideally, this is just to help deal guaranteed 3 damage. Even though it's not a song, it's really good to help get rid of bigger guys, like helps this and like the Fox help trade into Robin Hood. This also gets rid of some of the red ladies like Medusa and Tremaine, and just other a lot of 3 health because yeah, that was pretty good. Then as for forecast, we had the rabbit just to draw, and then the goat as well to gain lore. There are some games where I gain like 3 lore off of this dude, questing, bouncing him, playing, bouncing it again. So that was just really crazy. But yeah, this is my list. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I had lots of fun at the store championship, and I hope they continue to do stuff like this because they help bring a lot of the competitiveness out of the locals, and it was great to see everyone try their best. All right, see you guys in the next one.